Tay is talking to JC about is, hey, if something happens to me and your mom while your sister's still young, I really want you to take care of your little sister. He is really doing his best to calm her. And look, we are here as a collection agent. Nelina is taking a witness statement. Nelina's gonna put the fire out. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Justamomthatsims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Twins of Death adventure. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. I'm starting this episode off with Jayce. Jayce has a twin, Nelina, so this will be another rotational gameplay series. So if you watched our mini episode, you saw that Jayce's father, Jamie, passed away. It was an unexpected death for Jayce because Jamie had just become an elder. He had been diagnosed by a doctor and had an illness. This is one of his tenants. I am going to have a little more exposition this episode because we have not had that yet. I'm pretty sure she's a tenant. Let's see. Yeah, I would like to ask her about rental conditions if she has not gone too far. He is still in the mourning phase, so he's just here. He has tried to give himself a pep talk, and now she's like thumbs down. But I mean, it's nothing he doesn't know. Their unit looks okay, but he's got to get his handiness up and a lot of things because he just cannot do repairs and things that he would like to do right now. Before I get into Jayce's story, let's see, do we have food? Yeah, we've got food. Our crow has. Are you serious? So before we can get started, his sister was living upstairs in the house, and we found out that she broke her lease and left. She paid us and left. And I think this is a result of her grief because Nelina, I don't want to call her a runner, but truly, she does not deal well with bad news. She's very mischievous, but not in a horrible person kind of way. Like, she's really a happy, exciting person, but serious things are hard for her. She did not even come when their dad called them because he said, hey, I need y'all to meet me at the park. I have bad news. You saw that. She did not show up, and it's not because she doesn't love her father. She does not deal with this well. So now that she's highly upset, we don't know where she is. We're trying to find her now and cannot find her. Jayce actually found his sister in the bathtub. She was just living on the streets of Ravenwood on a bench. So he has convinced her to come back. I don't know how long this will work. We'll see. We're gonna see if she's in her room. We can't just walk in, but I really don't see her here. He made the room up the best he could for her. He could add a TV maybe, but she's got the funds to do that. We've got to find our sister. I mean, she took a bath. We convinced her to stay, and then she immediately left back out. Here she is. Oh my goodness. We have found Nelina, and you see Jayce has the option to calm her emotions, so he is going to catch her. I mean, you see their relationship is tight. Again, her mischievous and fun-loving personality just will not allow her. He is really doing his best to calm her, and look, he's calming her down, and she's feeling a little better immediately. And he's like, why did you leave the house, Nelina? Why? He's just gonna have a little real talk with her, and it's gonna be this. He's gonna tell her, Nelina, she's like, I had to get away. You can see her saying it, and he's like, Nelina, you can run around the world and you can't escape the problems. And he's like, I had to plan our father's funeral with mom. You didn't help. And she's like, I couldn't. And this is the thing, he doesn't even expect it. She's like, I want to leave again. And he's like, you need to sleep on it. Jayce is going to tell his sister, look, the funeral is tomorrow at 11 in the morning. I need to get sleep. You need sleep, Nelina. And she's like, I just don't want to embarrass myself. And Jayce is like, sister, it's going to be okay, twin. That's what they do. They really love each other. And he's been used to her, but he really just needs her to get it together. He really is not having a fun time in this. So he's going to go to bed. Nelina may sleep in here, or she may go back over to her place. He just wants her to pull herself together. He has been a rock, but he can't deal with her and her flaky side, right? She's not a flaky person overall, but when anything bad happens, and that's when it really counts, that's what she gets. He's gonna go to sleep, and normally I would say we'd be right back. And I know it's dark, but I want to show you the house because I think at night it's an interesting look. You can see that it's a fixer-upper. Jayce just aged up to an adult. As a teen, he invested in the Fortune 1000. He actually did very well. So he was able to buy this house. This is their father's gravestone right here. It did have these old playground equipment. You can see the units look worn out. Out here, these things are going to have to be replaced soon. He can come and inspect it. Hopefully he'll have time when he wakes up. He's got to get it together. Nelina's still here. She takes comfort being by her twin. They actually shared a room through their 10 years. Their mom and stepfather tried to put them in separate rooms and put their little sister in the room with Nelina to have a little more space, but they're twins and they've been used to being near each other. So when Nelina ran off, that said a lot to Jayce. He knew he had to get her, and he did find her sleeping on the bench in the city. He's new to Ravenwood. You can see holes in the floor, but I do want to point out, look at all the things he has fixed up in here. With the money he got in the stock market, he decided to fix the inside up because you might not like the aesthetics of the outside, but if you're comfortable on the inside, you might stay. He does have 2 renters. He actually asked his sister to move in when she was here the first time for free, but she's like, no. She's on the Reaper career. She's like, I can afford to pay and I'm going to pay you. She pays $90 for rent a day. His other renter is at $94. Her room is actually worth 128 simoleons, so he still slid it in at a discount. You will see sometimes one of them the whole episode, and sometimes you will see both of them. Nelina's gonna go back to her place now. I do want to show you just around. We got a music box here. You can see our radiators need replacing. Jayce really wants to put a big table here and better chairs. We would love a big bookshelf, but we got one. We do have a laptop here. You can tell he did put a little effort into the furniture here and a rug to cover a hole that's there. It's a small hole, so he's not worried about anybody falling through. We are on hollow ground as well. Another thing, Jayce and Nelina both have the connections reward trait. They had a lot of reward points because I've played them since babies. This is a spin-off series from my Unfaithful series. It has its own playlist, and this one will have its own playlist, Twins of Death. Thank you, blacksimmer, for the title for this series. I made sure to get them the connections reward trait. Then I got him a job. Jayce is the practical twin. He is on the Undertaker track. He will eventually hopefully become a funeral director, but I don't know what the split is, but I do want you to know he is at removal service staff, and this is the level, once he gets a promotion, he can decide what the split is. He has the skills he needs already. He needs to finish his workout, and we will get that done because he is actually off today anyway, and he goes to work tomorrow. Nelina has the connections trait as well and still has plenty of points. She is on the Reaper track. She is on level 4, so we will talk about it when we get to her, but we'll be right back when Jayce wakes up. Jayce is awake, and he's going to quickly do an inspection on the water heater because it's definitely used, and he needs to eat before they go to the funeral. And Nelina is here, so I'm sure she wants to talk about something. We could give her a hug. He's got to clean up because the funeral is starting. Look, she came to play a prank on him, you see, but he likes it because that's what he grew up with. I'm gonna go all the way whilst down because this is how I like to play. He's turned the music box on and he's gonna get some leftovers. Jayce is doing really well. I said 10, but the funeral's at 11, so we've got a couple of hours, and he is going to keep talking to her to see how she's doing, and he's asking her, is she ready for the funeral? And of course she's not, but to break the ice, he's gonna bring up an embarrassing childhood moment. He's like, yeah, you remember when you used to do the gas joke and you accidentally, you had a little moment, and she did, and she's like, yeah, that's why I don't do the noxious cloud anymore. When we get back from the funeral, I'm pretty sure that Jayce is gonna need to go to some grief counseling, and we're definitely going to make sure he gets that. He's definitely been trying to be strong. You can see Nelina talking to her baby sister over here. She loves her little sister. Nelina was always a little closer to Demi. Of course, Jayce is becoming closer now too. He wants to call Blake to see if she's okay. He can't call his little brother yet because he's still a toddler. We'll be doing some stayovers in this series as well because this is a close-knit family, but we'll be right back. We're here at the funeral, and I'm very pleased to see everyone in the dress code. Jayce is the host. He's hugging his mom, Nia, right away. I rarely pause when I'm playing if you're just tuning in. This is a church that I built for my legacy family, but I have changed the designation to a cemetery in this save file, and I have added benches out front for this file. I've added the casket and the memorial and the wreath. The cannon is here, or memorial cannon. And then out here, we've got a couple of graves and crypts. This church was inspired by my childhood Southern U.S. Baptist Church. And they are pouring one out already, honey. Blake is pouring one out. I guess she decided not to bring the baby. So let's do some awkward sympathies because they aren't the closest. You can see that. What I'm going to do briefly is take control of Nia. Why is Grim here? Who is he coming to get? Not Grim is the y'all, I hired an entertainer. Baby, this don't sound like... I think Grim is our entertainer, guys. Oh, there's our brother. Blake did bring him. Only in the Sims, baby, will Grim show up and be your entertainer. For real? Nelina's hugging her baby brother. Jayce is gonna come out here and just give like an awkward, sympathetic joke to Blake because they had such a contentious relationship all of this time. So we're gonna get ready to come in and do a moment of silence, but you can see the memorial of Jamie here. I think it's a good picture. They tried to get one in his old age. He was already pretty sick, so Jayce is gonna come up. Jayce has decided to do a lighthearted eulogy because he feels like that's what his dad really would have wanted, and everybody's kind of standing. Some people are still in moment of silences. He is just doing his best. They could sit down, but I don't know if they will. They are all kind of standing around. Grim is on top of his entertainer duties. I mean, I didn't know. I thought somebody was dying here. What Jayce is saying is,
I got to know my dad on a different level. I really appreciate the part he played in me becoming the man I am today. And I hope that as we grieve, we can pull together as a family and really love each other.
I got Dante. He stops cooking. So I like that if they're guests, they're going to stop what they're doing to come and attend the funeral activities. He's going to come and try to do a sympathetic joke. I think he could probably play with his little brother. And he's doing a sympathetic joke with his mom. I really like the funeral event. I've only done one. We did a live. We did a bar funeral, so it was a different kind of thing, you know? We're going to talk to our stepfather because he's always a comfort to us. And he knows that Dante had gotten close with Jamie. Leanne is saying a few words about it. We could serve food. We are at a gold funeral, and Jayce is going to light a candle for his dad. And everybody just kind of watches. Now, for serve food, I've got Dante finishing up the sweet potato pie. I'm gonna have to reset her because she's talking too long. Baby, we didn't know you liked it. I'm gonna have Jayce come and make a salad real quick because Dante's got this sweet potato pie going. So yeah, it counted. He had to cook it. But everybody is here and they're black. I feel like everybody's looking amazing. And look at these guys. And it's storming pretty bad as it tends to do. Yeah, I think Jayce would be a perfectionist actually. Oh, and this is his little brother right here now, too. Jayce is out here playing with his little brother. He doesn't know him well. He doesn't get to see him or play with him often. And he definitely wants to come and hug his little sister. See, they're crying. She's crying because her mom is crying. And, of course, she knew Jamie. Dante introduced her to Jamie. Nelina is really sad. Just give her a hug next. The funeral is actually almost over. And it's really good to see everybody here. One thing that Dante is talking to Jayce about is, hey, if something happens to me and your mom while your sister's still young, I really want you to take care of your little sister. And Jayce's like, of course. Now, Nelina is closer with her sister, but as far as responsibility, Jayce is going to be the one you want. It seems to give you a nice amount of time to do these funerals, and we got a gold medal funeral. Jayce is really happy about that, but he is going to go hug his sister as we end the funeral. Now, she's saying, I will be okay. Jayce is telling his sister that this is making me want a family, kids, and she's like, Jayce, really? And they are gonna go to the full moon revelry tonight. That is a festival in the life and death pack. So I'm going to have him put this food away here. So if they have other activities at this church, because you can have weddings here and other things too, you can actually just eat this food later. A lounger? What the heck is a lounger? Does this mean he's like a squatter? But this is a cemetery keeper. So we will probably do a friendly introduction. Based on the way he's dressed, maybe he just hangs around here. Jayce's gonna get to know everybody, and that's because this will be his profession. He's looking really good, but what I do want him to do is like use the restroom before he leaves to go to the festival. He's got to go to work tomorrow. Now he's chatting with Morgan, who is here to mourn. I just kind of want to see what's going on here. Near One Hay Hill Landing. Let's just travel because it's not taking us there. We'll be right back. The twins are here, so I'm going to show y'all what I had to do. I had to put one of these signs down, and then I said focus the camera, and boom, it's over here. So I'm going to have them go over here together, and I already see a naked sim. I was just going to let them go to the bar and drink. I mean, this would definitely be up Nelina's alley. Baby, they getting it popping. This sim is on fire, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's so far. Jayce might not make it there before the festival ends. Oh, he made it. Nelina made it over here. I think he could try to fire dance. Why not? Jayce is gonna fire dance. I don't know if it's safe with that fro popping. Maybe he should have waited till he had his braids going, but he's doing really well. I don't think Jayce previously had dancing skills. I can check it out. No, this is his first dancing skill. He needs to finish his workout, but it's okay. We'll stay at the festival, do a workout, and I think he can still get his rest up. It's not a lot to do around here. You can moon gaze and dance, play the instrument. It's just like a cool little hangout, really. And I like that. Just to have something for your Sims to do, I do like that. Let's do a friendly intro. He's still mourning, and he feels liberated from the dance. So this is where this guy hangs out. The festival's almost over, and I just want to talk about the unmitigated gall of this guy to be fire dancing butt naked. Because where they do that at? The butt naked fire dance. I'd rather burn my clothes than me, because at least you have a chance to put it out. But we're going to go home, and Nelina's going to stay out here. We'll be right back. Jayce is home, walking with his head down. I really like this vest. I think it came with the pack. I like that it put it on him for me. But he's going to try to finish his workout because he has to be at work at 10. So he's got a little time. But we need to get this workout completed so he can go in. He's a removal service staff. We would love to get a promotion so we can see what the next level is. But he's so sad. Look at how he's punching. We're going to go talk to our crow before we go to bed too, even though it's like super late because I know our crow is really upset with us. Oh, we finished. Great. Jayce is so tired. We'll teach him mimicry so that he can mimic us. And we're going to show affection. We're trying to get our friendship up. We can send him on a recon mission. Let's do that. But let's go to sleep in the meantime. We regret to inform you that Smidgy yet again managed to get his head stuck in a trash bin while on patrol. Jayce is off work because it is family and friends day. He's gonna eat. Oh, we got bills we haven't paid, guys. We're actually gonna end Kids Appreciation Day because we don't need to do that. So we're gonna go to work, actually. We'll be a little late. Check out Jayce's outfit as a removal service staff. So we'll be right back. Jayce has the anger grief type. He might have some pretty epic angry outbursts, feel angry emotions more frequently, and unfortunately he might lash out at others. Expect a lot more mean interactions and simmering tempers from him. More information on this grief type and grief couple can be found in his traits section. I'm gonna have him clean the perch and then try to calm down. Oh, he's starting to mimic. I had named this crow and it defaulted back. His anger is still there, but it's better. Before he gets some sleep, I'm gonna send him on to grief counseling because I feel like it'll help him. And while he's there, we're gonna look at his traits panel where it's supposed to talk about the grief we have. Sims with this grief type often have intense frustration and frequent angry emotions, leading to outbursts and mean interactions. Sim can cope positively by attending grief counseling. We just did that. Working out those frustrations in the gym or at home by exercising or channeling his emotions through playing instruments. Let's box and this will help him. There is his fitness skill to a level 6. Then we're going to let him get some sleep. His job performance is good. He worked hard all day. It didn't go up the way it should, and I think it's just because he's grieving. We'll be right back. Jayce is going to eat. Oh gosh. And he's feeling like, why me? He he feels like life is unfair and every morning reminds him of that. He's gonna try to calm down. Something stinks in here. Y'all quit making hot pots and not cleaning it out. And the last thing we're gonna do before we briefly switch over to Nelina, we're gonna go to Cupid's corner and we're gonna get a selfie. Not that one. This will work. She's cute but materialistic. We'll have to find someone to chat with later, but at this point we are going to switch over to Nelina, so we'll be right back. We are back and we are in the same spot essentially with Nelina because she does live upstairs. Oh, he's giving her a gift. I'll show you her apartment, but technically she's at Jayce's apartment right now. He gave her a gift and I would love to know. Oh, it was some starter flowers and I feel like that's really nice. I don't know if it's rude to do this or not, but I think we will give this away because it is a charity event going on right now. Yeah, we'll send the chrysanthemum off. Boom, we have completed the charity drive. This is Nelina's room. She's got a nice little setup. It's simple, of course. She bought this chair and TV. I can see her brother going to his room. She is Macabre while her brother is a skeptic. And she is already on the Reaper career as a collection agent. She's level 4 because of her connections reward trait. And we talked about this. She will need to go to work today. We're going to go to work with her. And that will be our last goal of the episode. Now we've got a Thin Veil Festival. So I think we could go there and we'll be back. We are out here at the Thin Veil Festival and I have done this before, but I'll be honest, I can't figure out how to get a reading. I don't even know if you can actually do a tarot reading, or maybe you need the cards to do it. I don't have any. Nelina is out here and she is just talking to this lady. Now this is one of her co-workers, so we're gonna introduce ourselves. We don't know him. He's a Grim Turn. It's level 1. I'm gonna have her use her diary to do a bucket list goal, but also she wants to flirt with Blake. Girl, that was like your stepmom. I mean, barely, but you know, we're not doing that. She wants to collect a soul, make a shady purchase. So, okay, we should see the merchant here, the ghostly merchant. Here, we will do a friendly intro. She's writing a goal out. Let's haggle. She is so ecstatic, guys, from being at this festival. And then we got 25% off, so we will now purchase wares. Let's do a soul because she will need one from work. I think that's great that she could do that. So we've got a soul. What else can we do around here? Because she goes to work in less than an hour. Do a romantic introduction to the weeping mother. All right. We'll make a morbid observation. Oh, let's ask about her sorrow. Because it's going to be time to go to work. Because I think this might set her on a quest. As sand rained down in my final resting bed, and I clenched the red flowers in my hands, all I could think about were my children. What happened to them? I don't know where they are, but I can feel their locations, their essence. Please, I must know what became of them. So we're going to join, and we'll figure out what we have to do for her later. Let's go in. We can practice reaping. We need skills, I'm sure. But great, what does that give us some skill? For work, we got a scribe for an assignment, so let's go do that. The time has come to float solo. Grim is staying behind to address some paperwork and totally not play big block while you reap alone. Good luck. Okay, this will be interesting because again, she skipped the first 3 levels due to her connections trait. So I don't know what to do here. Due to a technical error, Grim's reaping count has become accessible. Looking at these numbers, Nelina is amazed. Grim reaping count is insane. I mean, considering Grim has been doing these reapings for centuries, it can't be too surprising, but Nelina's still blown away and wonders who else may be interested in this information. I'm gonna sell it. $100, that's it. The highest bidder is Grim. Ooh, that's awkward. Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. That's our boss and we sold it to him. Practice reaping, research assignment. Oh, he's here. We better run. There's some office supplies. We gotta come upstairs to actually look up, like research the assignment. And we gotta do all this before we go. Cause I was just gonna leave cause again, I don't know what to do. I'm glad that we can start at level 4, but it's also not good. Okay, we gotta perform maintenance on our sky. All right. And then let's go. We need to take a witness statement. We are here as a collection agent. Nelina is taking a witness statement. A fire has started. They trying to give us some more souls. I should just let it go. Nelina's gonna put the fire out. I mean, she's not trying to have extra souls yet. Okay, we gotta investigate. We can investigate the bookshelf and the radio. It's lunchtime. Can I get a snack, guys? Determine cause of death. It did not tell me, so I'm glad because in the trailer, it told them like a cow plant. I could check our pockets. I've learned nothing. Where do you get collected information from? We gotta have 25 souls, y'all. And I got one in my pocket. We got $48. Let's check everything. This is like a mix of the detective career and the medical career. I'm making steps towards the cause of death, and Nelina, I think, is getting hot. Oh, her work ends in an hour, guys. Okay, we can determine cause of death. Let's do a regular collection. Boom. We gotta sue the witness. We got just enough time. We'll stay late. Now we're gonna request a reaping review. We're gonna deliver the urn to the family, and then we will get to know. We're a go though, so let's return to the office. Now I know how to be a collection agent. As Nelina goes to release the souls to the netherworld, this is where we're gonna end our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time we'll be back with Jayce and then Nelina again to do more Reaper career and more Undertaker career. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.